Hi everyone, welcome back to Living a Balanced Life with Julio. On today's episode, I'm going to introduce you to a powerful but simple rule that can help you incorporate healthy lifestyle into your life without making you feel guilty, overwhelmed, but also bring joy, relaxation, and balance. If you're interested, please stay with me.
Exclusive.
So what is the 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule means that 80% of the time you focus on nourishing your body and your mind with good food, movement, and self-care. The other 20%, that's your space for you to enjoy life through treats without feeling guilty, but of course you have to be wise. This approach helps you stay on track without feeling restricted or overwhelmed. So we're doing 80% of healthy habits and 20% mindful indulgence. Let's apply the 80-20 rule to nutrition. So with nutrition, we want to fuel our body first and flex later. We want to make sure that we're eating whole foods, nutrition-rich foods most of the time, 80% of the time, which will include your vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats. But don't fear the occasional ice cream and pizza night. When you eat a well-balanced meal 80% of the time, your body can handle the 20% with ease. Tips that you can use is making sure you're balancing your plate, balancing your meal, eating the rainbow, eating a very colorful meal, introducing all types of fruits and vegetables into your meal. Make sure you're eating as close to its natural, the food as close to its natural form as possible, meaning that let your body process the food. Don't buy the food that's already processed outside, because as your body's processing the food, it's using fuel, which will help you balance and control your cholesterol, control your blood pressure, and control your blood sugar. So that's nutrition. And then you have the 20% of the time to have the occasional pizza, like I said, or treat yourself to ice cream once in a while. But remember, it's once in a while. Okay, so that's nutrition. Let's talk about exercise, or I'm calling it movement. So the tip with exercise is that we want to move more and sit less. So movement, the goal is progress over perfection. So when I'm not saying you have to join the gym and become a bodybuilder. What you're doing is you're introducing light exercise into your routine. So for example, going for a walk, doing some resistant exercise, using resistant bands. All of these are ways to introduce healthy habits into your lifestyle. 80% of the time, try your best to go for a walk, at least 20 minutes a day, and then 2 to 3 times a week, do some resistant exercise, which include any exercise where you're working against your body weight or using actual weights. Only 2 to 3 times a week. Movement is powerful because it helps boost your mood, it increases your energy, and improves your metabolism. Even a gentle fitness counts. So it doesn't have to be so strenuous for you to call it exercise, right? The goal is to move more and sit less. So 80% of the time, try your best to go for your routine walks. So if you broke it down to, say, Monday to Friday, do walking Monday to Friday, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however you can tolerate. Even 10 minutes will count towards your exercise goal. And then you have the 20% of the time to take care of yourself. Days that you're feeling tired and overwhelmed, rest, because that's part of life too. That's living. For those that cannot move as much due to mobility issues or other health conditions, chair exercise counts. So do chair exercises. If you go on YouTube, there's lots of chair exercises that you can follow and do, but be safe. If you go to Diabetes Canada, they have exercises there for seniors, for resistant exercise and aerobics exercise. These are all ways to improve your health. Remember, the 80-20 rule applied to our health head to toe. So when it comes to mental health, structure with space, meaning that, life happens. We, as caregivers, we are doing lots of stresses there, low mood, all of this can weigh us down. So using the of the time to build routines that support our mental health is very important. And you do this by making sure that you're getting enough sleep, at least 8 to 10 hours a night. Make sure that you're connecting with people. Social connection is very important for our mental well-being. And then being mindful about everything that's happening. So if you're feeling a little stressed, overwhelmed, take breaks if you need to, speak to a therapist, call a friend. These are all part of managing our mental health. Then you have the 20% of your time to be compassionate towards yourself, to rest, to laugh, and recharge. This is called living. So we're not expecting to be perfect. We're just trying to make sure that 80% of the time we're taking care of ourselves through healthy nutrition, through movement, which will all impact our mental health for the best. And on the days when we're not feeling our best, we give ourselves the grace to rest, relax, and recharge. Remember, mental health is golden. And the way we improve our mental health is by sticking to routines. So 80% of the time, like I said, you're sticking to routines that will help boost your mental health and physical health. Sticking to a routine sleep schedule, journaling, deep breathing, exercising, listening to calming music, watching your favorite show. These are all ways that we manage. Of course, if you're somebody that has chronic illness that you have to take medication, taking your medication routinely, that's also being mindful and taking care of yourself. That's part of the 80 that you're doing. So getting up, taking your medication as prescribed is also very important, because that will also help us stay our best and be able to contribute how we want to contribute to the world. So the 80-20 rule means 80% of the time, take care of yourself. Then you have the 20% to relax, to live, and to enjoy life the way you choose to. But of course, with caution and being mindful and taking into account our health history. The 80-20 rule means this: you do your best to nourish your body, your mind. Then 20% of the time, you're flexible. You can have a slice of cake, you can skip a workout, have a lazy Sunday. It's not cheating, it's living. Change the narrative from the negative to positive. Treat is a good way for you to enjoy life rather than calling it cheating. Right? So we want to live and live a balanced life. Healthy living isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself most of the time and giving yourself grace to rest. The 80-20 rule makes your wellness sustainable, joyful, and real. And that's what we want, because when you're able to do that, then you can incorporate some of these habits into your routine and they help you stay balanced. So I hope this will help you. So whenever you are treating yourself or being mindful about your indulgence, that you don't feel guilty, because that's part of life. 80% of your time, try to be as healthy as you can. Then you have the 20% to enjoy. Same rules apply when it comes to alcohol and other habits. Make sure that if you're drinking, you're being mindful. Take into account your health history, medications that you're taking, health conditions that you're taking care of, right? So make sure that you're drinking within the limits to prevent future complications like Alzheimer's disease and liver disease and all of that. So with alcohol, for men, no more than 14 drinks per week. For women, stick within the 9 drinks per week, standard drinks. And when you do this and you're drinking lots of water, at least 2 liters per day, this will help you stay balanced, help you nourish your body head to toe. So until next time, take care of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself the grace and live a healthy, balanced life. So for those of us that have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Share this video to anybody that you know can benefit from it, so they can also learn the 80-20 rules to live a healthy, balanced life. You can always ask questions in the comment section. I would love to hear your favorite 20% treat that you do for yourself for mental health and for physical health. Take care, stay safe. Until next time, try your best to live a balanced, healthy life. Bye-bye.
Exclusive.